Hey, it's Mega, aka the Art Messiah, here to save you from your art sins. And welcome back to day 14 of the 30 Days of Making Comics Challenge. Sorry for the delay. It's been pretty busy and pretty hectic, and I haven't been able to create another video. So I'm sure you guys have all been waiting about how to create the next part in your story to get this comic up and going. Well, at this point, you should have somewhat of a script written. You should have some character design, some world building, an idea for plot and story. So now we're going to actually get to the initial drawing stages. So we're not going to be drawing really beautiful art yet or full pages yet. But I want to discuss with you guys how to make comic thumbnails, or in my case, storyboards. So storyboarding and making thumbnails, there's some similarities, and we're going to discuss those. And the reason that I am creating storyboards for my comic is that I am doing something a little bit different and special with my comic Ignition. It's going to be an interactive webcomic that will be viewed like a movie / video game, and therefore I will just have kind of one screen and one kind of like panel size for all my scenes and for all my animations. So it's a little bit slightly different than traditional comic making. But since this is 30 days of making comics, we're going to discuss the more traditional route, and that is thumbnailing. So what is thumbnailing? What is storyboarding? So thumbnails are like kind of mini demos of what your page, what your finished page should look like. And it includes things such as dialogue and showing important elements and important interactions. But it's not detailed. It's not detailed like a finished page. You don't need to go ahead and put in, finished artwork or anything like that. The entire goal of these storyboards or these thumbnails is to get the idea across. You're pretty much making a blueprint for your finished drawing. So you really just want to add in the critical details, the critical, objects, the critical interactions. Start thinking about like camera angle and all those kinds of things. So I'm going to explain how I come up with my thumbnails, and then hopefully that can help you guys start to come up with your own. And I'll probably make another part about thumbnailing, but this will be kind of an introduction. So here's what I like to do when I thumbnail. I have my script. I will open my script. I will kind of read through it. And then I'll kind of, start imagining this scene again. When I created this script, I was imagining a scene. So I'm really trying to get myself inside of the scene. I'm trying to get myself into the characters' minds and, figure out how the scene will like to look. And for me, kind of this daydreaming / kind of just like visualizing everything in your head is a skill that I'm starting to develop and get better and better and better at. But I really want you guys to do that. I want you guys to kind of like act this out in your head. And if you're not really good about daydreaming about it yet, I want you to, get up, get out of your chair. You have your script, and start to act out what your characters are saying. Then as you're acting it out, think about, what you want to see in each shot. So for example, if you're beginning a scene, you might want some like establishing shots. So you're going to choose a camera that's far away from, the subject matter that you're viewing. So you can take in a landscape, okay? And then you start to zoom in. So when people are talking, you kind of want to see their facial expressions. If they're doing something with their body, you want to zoom out so you can see their body expression. So depending on what your characters are doing and what's critical and important, you can start to play with your camera and your camera angles. So here's a couple tips about camera angles. You kind of want to do just like a head-on shot if it's kind of like a basic scene and you're just trying to get something across and you want it to be very clear. If you want the scene to have a little bit more drama, or that you're trying to show that something is superior or big, you kind of want to drop the camera down to the floor and angle it up like you're looking up at the characters or looking up at a building or looking up at a giant. And that will really make something feel bigger and grander. Conversely, if you bring that camera up to like a bird's eye view, it's kind of demonstrating that you're getting a big picture of what's going on. It's not very suspenseful. Doing a bird's eye view kind of just like helps you take in a scene and what's going on and makes you aware of things. You might want to use a tilted angle if something is just disorienting, or maybe it's an action sequence and you want to show kind of like some movement. So you're thinking about all these different things, right, in order to create your scene. So before you start to thumbnail, I have an exercise for you guys to do, and that is 2 things. So the first exercise is very simple, very straightforward. I want you to pick up your favorite comic book, and also when you do this, put what comic book you're picking up to do this study off of. But pick up your favorite comic book, and I want you to go panel by panel, and I want you to make thumbnails of exactly what you see on the page. And while you're making that thumbnail, and while you're making that panel by panel, I want you to think. I want you to get into the artist's mind. Like, what are they thinking when they're creating this page? So notice the camera angle that they're using. Ask yourself, why would they use this camera angle? Look at, if there's background and scenery or when they're zooming out. So I just want you guys to ask yourself questions of camera angle and placement and how much we get to see of the characters from panel to panel. And I want you to just go through maybe, let's say like 4 to 5 pages of your favorite comic artist. And I want you to do the study of, take the panel. I don't want you to draw it detailed. I just want you to take the important elements, what you think are the important elements, and also establish what the camera angle is, and then answer that question. Why did they choose to use this camera angle and show this much of the character? So if you can answer those questions, you can get into the artist's mind, and that's going to help your own work. And then after that exercise, that one's a little bit easier, so you're kind of getting into that mindset. Now I want you to take your favorite movie, and I want you to do the same thing. Find a scene that you really like, and break that down into thumbnails. I want you to take the key moments of that scene you picked, and notice the different camera angles, and I want you to sketch those out. So maybe create just like a little mini story, a little mini thumbnail comic of a popular movie you like. And once again, go ahead and let me know what is your favorite movie. And if you do choose to do this exercise, let me know, and then just tag me on Instagram or on DeviantArt, wherever you post it. Just find me and tag me, and I'll look at it. But those are the 2 exercises that I want you guys to do. Then after that, I want you guys to start working on your thumbnails for your comics, and keep those ideas in mind, because they're really going to help you flesh out your story, figure out these angles and everything else that you need to do. So hopefully that helps you guys kind of get started on thumbnailing. This is just going to be part 1. I will make a part 2 that kind of goes into panel flow and how to arrange a comic page. That's going to be in a part 2, so stick around for that. If you have not already joined, I have a comic making group on DeviantArt where you can get just loads of resources on how to make comics. It's still a fairly small community, which is a great time to join in, get some personal feedback. You can post your pages, you can post your covers, works in progress, concept art, just a place to kind of not only get some exposure, but most importantly is just to get the resources that you need to make the best comic possible. So hope to see you guys over there. I'm thinking about setting up a Discord as well, or I might try to combine or collaborate with someone else on this. But yeah, hopefully that helps. You can check out my comic Ignition in the links below. If you like this video, please comment down below your favorite comic, your favorite movie, and if you do that challenge, please let me know. So thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day. Peace.